Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of CampusCare EdTalks. EdTalks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their views related to any topic of concern. So, our topic of discussion is how can communication between teachers and parents improve? And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Mr. C. Radhakrishnan, Principal of Bhavans Gandhi Vidya Ashram, Kodikanal, Tamil Nadu. A very warm welcome to you, sir. So good to have you here. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your precious time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. To start off with the session, I would like to ask the very first question to you, sir. Why is there a need for a better communication between teachers and parents?
Actually, better communication is required not only between teachers and parents, it is required in any and every relationship. Especially the parents, they are sending their children with the trust and confidence with the teachers and the school. So teachers should have a better communication, better understanding with the parents. So it's applicable to any and every relationship because in a day, most of the time the children will be with the teachers and particularly in the school. So the teachers, it is their responsibility to communicate in a better way to the parents and update to parents time to time about the growth, social, academic, and emotional growth of the child. That is very essential in today's education.
Absolutely, sir. Like very well said, sir. And like it's like a basic centric common need to have communication between any relationship. Communication is actually the key to have any relationship, wherein no matter whether it's about teachers and parents. But sir, what do you think? So teachers and parents, so communication in any relationship is still easy, but when it comes to teachers and parents, so what do you think, sir? What are the problems, or why are we talking about the need for it?
See, parents, that's what I said. Parents, they have more trust and confidence in that particular school and teachers. So it is the school and teachers' responsibility to communicate and update to the respective parents about the development of that particular child. That is very much essential. See, any other area, if you go to a supermarket or any other area, your communication can be you can reduce that one because you are selling a product, but here you are selling a product means it's education. That education is the overall development of a human being. So it is teachers responsibility to fulfill the needs and requirement of the parent, because teachers are in the receiving end. They are in the receiving end from the management, from the principal, from the parent, from the student and other stakeholders. So it is the teacher's responsibility. They have to have a good rapport with the parent so that parents will not have any chaotic situation with the school or with the teachers.
Absolutely.
And it is required for the better understanding. And of course, through that, even me and yourself, we have grown up with the help of the teachers. The teachers and parents, they have to work hand in hand. Then only a child or a human being development can be possible.
Absolutely, sir. So, since communication is such an important factor to have in any healthy relationship, so what do you think teachers should ensure to have a better communication from their sides? So, we have seen in a situation wherein a lot has been maybe a communication gap, or maybe being misunderstood to what exactly the teacher is trying to convey to a parent, and sometimes the parents are trying to convey something to a teacher. So there's always, I feel, a gap wherein you have to how do we bridge that gap? Just okay, having a conversation is fine. Understanding what a candidate or a student is and how to portray it on put across to the parent is another way of doing it. But what are the other ways of communicating it from their
Hey,
end?
now we are living in the most modern world with a lot of technological support we have in this world. Just think about 25 years or 35 years back of education. And the teachers, it's very difficult to communicate because I can recollect my school time. That time it was a very tough time to the parents or teachers to communicate each other. And moreover, the school will be far away from their residents. Nowadays, you can see schools are very close to the residential area, and moreover, in a fraction of second, parents and teachers can communicate each other for the development or for the growth of the child can be discussed and evaluated. So teachers, they have to in a position to reply to the question what the parents have. Obviously they will have a lot of question, they will have a lot of what you call anxiety will be there about their child's growth, what my child is doing, because nowadays every child you cannot find out a similar IQ level. Your five fingers are not similar. Similarly, in a class 30 35 students are there, they are coming from 35 family background, 35 social background, economical background, so different, even emotional background. So to cater them, teachers, they should have a better understanding about the student and better understanding about the parents as well. That's why nowadays, when a student is getting admission to a particular school, normally the school authorities, they are doing the interview with the parents. They want to know the parents' background, what background the parents are coming, whether parents can emotionally they are stable or other terms and condition can be fulfilled required by the school. So the teachers, it is their responsibility to understand the parents as well. And as you know that even nowadays different platforms are there to interact with the parents, not only the conventional style of a landline line and other conversation. We have WhatsApp, Twitter, and other Facebook, other forms of platforms we have. Through all this platform, the parents and teachers can communicate each other. And according to my knowledge, including my school and other school, they have a class-wise WhatsApp group or other groups they have, where there will be a regular interaction will be there, time to time interaction will be there, so that there will not be any much issues with the communication.
Absolutely, sir. So, like we said, communication these days have become a little, more, I would say,
Easier,
interactive, and
more,
have a
more easier as well.
more easier, or maybe you have that instant connectivity. But sir, what we
True.
feel is instant connectivity is also sometimes the reason for negligence. So there are times when parents are not interested or busy somewhere or working in a meeting, so their instant thing is also taking a laid back attitude, wherein it's like school se hi to hai, baad mein kar lenge. So do you think this is one of the major reasons? So or do you think the quickness or the click away factor is fair enough, or having those PTMs on regular intervals is solving the purpose? Because end of the day, a parent should understand what the kid is all about, how is it going, how is he performing, he or she, and how is everything around. And also the teacher should understand what sort of a background, what a sort of scenario, what sort of an upbringing, or the actual background any student is getting.
Correct, correct. See, the negligence of communication will not help you at all. Another thing, nowadays the PTM, parent teachers meeting, is out of the frame. It is a PTCI, parent teachers child interaction. So whenever the parent and teachers are interacting, the child should be there, and physically the child should be there. So the PTM form of conversation nowadays in the modern scenario, we don't follow that one. Most of the school, they have a PTC, that means parent teacher child interaction, so that we are discussing about the child. So that child should be present during that discussion between parent and teacher. So that child will get the correct feedback what the father or mother or a teacher or principal is giving. Because obviously we are discussing about the child. So the child person should be there. In his or her absence, if I am discussing with you about your child or my child, there is no point of that one, because the corrective measures to be done, it should be implemented in the child. The child should update accordingly, child should change accordingly, so that parent teacher child interaction should be there. And regarding your busy schedule, that means the parents' busy schedule, they are just ignoring the message sent by the teacher or school and everything. That will not help at all, because that will be piled up. When the things are piled up, then there is a point where you have to meet the school authority, especially the class teacher or subject teacher or concerned school personality. Then you have to reply, because it is your responsibility as well. You mean parent, because a parent is sending a child to school. That doesn't mean that the parent work is completely done. No, it is a partial work. The parent, as a father, I am sending my child to a school or college. That doesn't mean that my work is over. Paying the monthly fees or annual fees or tuition fees and other fees is not enough. It is my responsibility as a parent to interact with the concerned school authority, teachers, or whoever responsible, to understand how my child, not only the academic area, of course, the academic area, one day you will get 5 marks less, or next day you will get to 5 marks more. That is the second issue. But what about the social behavior? What about the emotional behavior? That is important for the overall development of the child. Because the only you are concentrating for the academic side, if a child is getting 100 out of 100, but in life sometimes he will not get 100 out of 100. So his social behavior and emotional behavior also should be discussed, evaluated, and area of concern should be discussed mutually in the presence of child.
Absolutely, sir. It's not your responsibility to be, giving a child to the educational system. It is you who has to end of the day deal with it. It's not that you can get away with the fact that we were busy in our own personal meetings or offices or something like that. It's like you are obligated to your own child in terms of, getting a feedback. And when somebody is actually giving a feedback rather than complaining. So there are a lot of times wherein teachers are put to a fault, wherein all the parents say that why wasn't I informed on time, or why wasn't I updated. So there are, certain laid back attitude from the parent side as well, because they think that they've just because they've paid a fees, and just because the school was so nice and heard about, doesn't solve the purpose of your own personal authorities and your own personal obligations towards a child. So, putting to a final question, sir, what do teachers expect from a parent in this case? I mean, in any case wherein that there are negligence, or there is an avoidance, or there is no impromptu response from any parent when you try to talk to them, or when you try to inform them about certain XYZ. Maybe it could be a positive feedback, maybe it could be a negative feedback about a child. So, what do you think? What are the teachers' expectations towards parents whenever you are trying to share something, and whenever you're trying to put across to parents, wherein parents are not that responsive enough. So there are parents who will be quickly more possessive about their child, and there could be parents who are liberating about that thought. So how do you come to those expectations of the children
See,
and teachers?
first of all, nowadays, that means 2022, most of the parents, I can say 99.9% percentage of the parents are well educated. They are well aware that when they have to reply to the questions or the SMS or the message or the call from the school, and they are responding immediately, instantly. I am talking about 99.9%. Of course, a 0.1% parents will be there. They're ignoring such messages or information, and that is part one, because the parents, they most of the parents, they are responding immediately, instantly. Second thing, it is the teachers or school's responsibility. They should not call to the parent only for giving a complaint about the child. They have to call very often to appreciate the child and parent as well. Because some schools, they are calling the parent only to the complaint or for the fees collection or so other cases only. So why can't you make a regular contact with the parent and interact with the parent? And if a child has done something good in the school or a class, or a child has achieved something, so make a call and inform to the parent. So otherwise, what will happen means parents will think that when if a call is coming from the school, they will get panic. They will feel that when the child must have done something mischievous thing in the school. So it is teachers, it is both side their responsibility. Teacher, they have to contact very often to the parent and inform that your child has achieved so and so. He has performed very well. He has completed his homework. There is a change in his behavior. There is a change in his sporting activities or other academic activities, non-academic activities. That is teachers' responsibility. If the teachers are taking in that level, then these type of communication gap will not be there, because parents will be allowed to get a call or message from the teacher, so that they will come to know that it is not only for fees collection, it is not only for the complaint about my child. And another thing, as I told you before, the parents, well educated parents right now we have across the world, and particularly in India, and they are responding accordingly. Then another case, another scenario, the very extreme end, some parents will be very busy with their official work. Then such case, parents, they are replying whenever they are free. They are getting back to the concerned teacher or principal or concerned authority, getting back according to their free time. Even I am also a father of two children. I do the same way. Whenever my free time, I am returning back to the call. I am returning to their message or SMS, so that it is my responsibility and my children school responsibility. It is a combined effort for the development and betterment of the citizen or the next generation.
Absolutely, sir. So taking away the thought that it is a combined effort whether to grow, the communication should happen as a combined effort both from the parent side as well as from the teacher's side. Nothing one-handed loose communication cannot really, I would say, cannot really grow into a relationship wherein you have a better understanding of both as a parent and as a teacher. So you should have to have a common ground of understanding, a common place of understanding, wherein you understand both the teacher's way of interaction as well as the parent's routine time. So we have to come across at a common ground, a common platform wherein everybody has to understand whether it is there for their own good, and if teachers are sparing time, it is for their own benefit of their own child. So with this note, sir, thank you so much for this insightful and informative session. And to have a small discussion like this, encourages the ways students can acknowledge and come into form with various ways of communicating with teachers and parents. So again, thank you so much, sir, for you sparing your valuable time and coming on board and discussing about these things with us. Looking forward to more sessions like these from you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All the best. God
Thank
bless
you
you.
so much, sir. And with this note, I, Sakshi, the host of the afternoon, would like to sign off with the promise that I will be keep coming with yet another educator, and to come up with another insightful session, informative session, or any quirky topic that we can talk about and discuss about with all our educators. Thank you so much, guys, for being a constant support. Do subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for more notifications. Have a great